Welcome guys to Herbs class, 5-minute math. I'm going to teach you how to use this graphing calculator, this CASIO version of a graphing calculator to do our one variable statistics like mean, median, mode, the quartiles, things of that nature. So go ahead and just, turn on. Here's the on button. Now on the Casios, there'll be a menu screen. And if you don't see it, just hit this menu button right here. So, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so we're going to select statistics because that's kind of what we're doing right now. So, let me clear these lists. Okay, so this is data that I have in here already. If you need to clear a list, these exit buttons will take you through the menu. So, we're going to delete the entire list. Yes, so I'm going to hit F1. And so I'm going to go over here to list 1. I'm going to delete that entire list, hitting this delete button here. Delete the entire list, yes. Okay, so this arrow will take you back to the main screen. So what I'm going to do is my list of data, I'm going to put all in list 1. So I'm just going to randomly choose some numbers here. Whatever your data is, whether it be IB scores or number of siblings or whatever it may be, you list all of your data values in that list number 1. So I just chose 10 randomly selected numbers. And so if I want to know the mean, median, mode, the quartiles, even the standard deviation for this list of numbers, I can use this calculator to do that. So once your list of data is in list 1, you're going to hit this F2 button, which is under calc. So whichever of these choices you want to make, you're going to hit the F button that's underneath of it. So I want to do some calculations, so I'm going to hit this F2 button that's under calc. Now since I'm doing one variable statistics, I only have one data value. This is either IB scores or number of siblings, but I'm dealing with one variable right now, so I'm going to choose one var. Hit this F1 button underneath one var, and here are my statistics. X with a bar on top is our variable for mean. So the mean of all of those numbers, the arithmetic average of all of those numbers is 5.7. Now, the summation symbol we've talked about, that means the sum of all of my variables, all that list of numbers added up to 57. Their standard deviations, these are the number of data values I had, and if I scroll down using this arrow, it'll tell me my minimum value, my quartiles, and my modes, medians as well. So, very, very nice. Now let's talk about what if we had a frequency chart. Okay, so I'm back here on my original screen. I deleted my original list of data, and now I'm going to enter a frequency chart. So when you enter a frequency chart, your data always goes in list, your data values go in list 1. So let's talk IB scores last year. I had scores of 3, scores of 4, scores of 5, scores of 6s, and scores of 7s. Now for each one of those IB scores, I had a number of students score that score. So let's say I have 5 students that scored a 3. I had 10 students that scored a 4, 8 students that scored a 5, 9 students that scored a 6, and 2 beautiful souls that scored 7s. Okay, so now what I have here is, in essence, a frequency chart. Your data values go in list 1, and their frequencies go in list 2. Now the catch here is, you have to tell the calculator that you have a frequency list. So, to do that, we go to calc because we're still making one of our calculations. Now over here where it says set, this is where we get to set one of these lists as a frequency list. So you have to remember doing this or it's going to show results up, I should say. So set. So here we have our X list is in list 1. That means our list of data is in list 1. Now see where it says frequency, FREQ, that stands for frequency. It's looking for a frequency list. Normally, each of those values would have had a frequency of 1. However, we have a frequency list in list 2, and we have to tell the calculator that. So move down to frequency list, hit list because our frequencies are in list 2. Nice. So now that this is set, we have our data in list 1 and our frequencies in list 2. We're going to hit exit to go back to our screen and then back to 1var. So the mean of all of that data with all of those frequencies is 4.79. The sum of every single data value I have is 163. There are 34 IB scores in my list. Yep. And I can scroll on down to get my minimum value, my medians, quartiles, my maximums, and modes. We'll talk standard deviations later, but everything else you need is on this screen. Alright, we're going to work on this in class too, so if you have any questions, man, don't be shy. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.